It's Kurt from Time Machine Transport. So I've been having a problem on my truck, again. So when I start the truck up, the low air warning indicator is beep. Well, the other day when I was doing the trailer, today's the snowiest shit outside. I ain't working outside. The rear airbags weren't filling up. So my mud flaps were clear to the floor like that. And that thing, I had that thing run for like easily a half hour, if not longer. And that warning indicator and my air pressure wouldn't go up. So I came back here and I touched the airbags and they were soft. And I'm like, So I've done this before on another one of our trucks. That piece right there that I'm looking at right there, that's airbag leveler valve. It looks like it's just on this truck. I got a Century Class, as you can tell. It just looks like there's two nuts. So this is actually the new part from my parts guy, and it looks similar. The only thing I don't know about it is the way that it's mounted on here, because you can see the big piece right here. So this piece here is the only big piece out of all four of those on that side. So it cannot go this way, so it has to go this way. And the leveler valve is on the other side. I mean, I guess I don't have to do as long as the same lines go into each one of these ports, then that's fine. So anyways, so I did remove this air line from my fifth wheel slide, because it was in the way. I mean, you could work around it. And then this rod here. Mine looks good, but I'm still gonna change it. And I'll give you the part numbers on these. So this is it's a height control valve. That's the part number. And then the arm is this part number. And then also, I heard air leaking. Let me grab my light. I started the truck up, and when I was doing the trailer, and I heard air pissing out of this valve, this whatever, I don't know what it's called exactly, but it's right there. Right there. And where the red and the black line going to. Right in that center black dial right there. That's not racist, is it? I hope not. Anyways, it sounded like it was coming out of there, but I haven't heard it since. So I asked my parts guy to give me that part as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it. I'll probably do it in the same video or maybe a different video. But this is the part number, or this is the part number. It's a relay valve, that's what it is. And this is on a Century Class. So I'm gonna go ahead. So your first, if you do want to remove your fifth wheel air line, it's a 9/16 on that fitting, and the two nuts right there are 7/16. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it off, and then I'm going to see if the airlines will stretch up here so I can remove it. Actually, I think, hold on once. Oh yeah. All right, so those are 9/16 as well. So I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to take that off. All right, guys, I got the first airline off with the 9/16, but these other two, those two right there are 5/8 open end. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish taking those off. All right, guys, so that valve does have 4 lines going to it. There's one underneath, so there is 4. I thought there was only 3. Now to take off your arm, to take off your arm, you're gonna need another wrench to put on that inside nut. So, and then you're gonna need one for the outside. Because, and they're both, this is a 1/2 inch. Because when I'm turning it, the back nut just wants to keep turning. So you gotta do that right there. And then the same thing for the top right here. So I'm gonna put you on pause. All right, guys, I had to get up underneath the truck. If you're replacing the rod, which I am, obviously, these nuts are on there pretty good. As you can see, it's red, and this truck used to be an old CR England truck before we painted it. And so I'll put money on it. This is original to the truck, and I'm sure it's seen its better days. But yeah, as you can see, so it went on like that. So now we're gonna take these fittings off. So 4 fittings, and then we're gonna retape them, and then put the new one in. So I'm gonna put you on pause. All right, guys, I pulled the fittings, cleaned them up, and Teflon taped them. This one right here is not a, it's got threads on it, but there is no opening. So just keep that in mind. So now we got 4 lines. We got 1 and 2 and 3, and a 4th is on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in. And because like I said, so there's an issue with this one because the studs aren't right. But I think I might be able to remove the studs and rethread them into these if I need to. So, or this way or whatever. It looks like there's threads on there. So I'll let you know. I'll put you on pause. All right, guys, I got it in. Make sure when you do your fittings that you... well, you should actually be anytime you're not doing something that you don't know or you're doing for the first time, always take pictures. So your fittings that I did, they're going to be cocked on certain angles because of the contour of the airline where my finger's tapping. All of them are on different angles. So make sure that you do that. Also, you're going to have to reuse your old nuts from your old unit because the new one does not come with nuts. And then when you do your bar or your lifting arm, whatever you want to call it, so you see that one on the bottom where the threads are on the right? We'll do that on the left. So it's the opposite. All right? Just like that. I'm going to put you on pause. I got to go up underneath the truck to put the last airline in and get this bar on. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, so you're going to want to put a nut on the threads on both up and bottom because that's going to be your actually tightening nut. So then you're going to put, it comes with four nuts, 2 of these bolts, and 2 lock washers. So now you're just going to put the lock washers on the end. I'll show you, I'll do the final video on it. All right, guys, all done. So make sure that your new rod is as straight as possible. You can see why that second nut is on there and why you have a locking washer on the outside of it. And same thing with that one. Because you're going to hold the inside nut with a 1/2 inch and tighten the outside one with another 1/2 inch. So as you can see, mine's pretty darn straight. And make sure you use the lock washers because you don't want those backing out and then this whole entire bar falling off. So it wouldn't hurt to run. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some silicone on the outside nut and on the inside threads as well, just in case. I don't want it to back out. So silicone is really good for that. So pretty much that's it. I'm going to go to the front one and do that front one. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.